This is probably one of the most beloved concerti in the repertoire for a pianist or for anybody, really. It's unique in so many different ways. Even as a listener first time, you immediately just feel the energy, the beauty of the piece, the poetry. One of the things that I'm really interested in playing music, and essentially we're depicting life events in music. So motion is one of the, I think, most important things. Walking, for example, that's one way of moving, and you can jump, you can skip, you can slide, it could, drip, all kinds of movement that depicts different things. And Beethoven in this piece really depicts motion very beautifully. You hear these two forces. One is determined, strong, sometimes furious, and marked usually, I think, throughout the piece, forte, fortissimo, in the orchestra part, a lot of times in unison. And the soloist is marked pianissimo for the most part, from the very beginning until towards the end. Some people nickname this Beauty and the Beast, and you can tell why, because it's really the orchestra represents this strong force, and then the soloist is in sotto voce the whole time. However, towards the very end, Beethoven marks very, very clearly that there are several trills crescendoing into a huge trill, fortissimo. So this is where you hear the outburst. So this pianissimo roll suddenly comes out of the shell, and you hear this enormous emotional outburst right there. It's really, really powerful. Every time I hear that on recordings or play, that I just really feel overtaken by the emotions right there. I'm usually very curious about the background of a piece. A piece of this magnitude, I think it's really important to understand the context. I like to read about how it was constructed, some general background information. Sometimes you would dig up some really interesting stories. I think it was around 1808 that this piece was premiered, and Beethoven himself performed it. And in the same concert, he not only performed this piece, he also performed the choral fantasy. Also, in the same concert, there were Symphony number 5 and number 6 in their entirety, and parts of Mass in C. So this whole entire concert was maybe 4 to 5 hours long. I really love playing with this orchestra for many reasons. Number one, it's our state orchestra. I'm very proud of this orchestra. The orchestra players are really fantastic, and I've made friends with many of the members, and they're just wonderful people, really. It's something very special to me, especially that I work at UNC, an associate professor of piano here. I'm always looking for opportunities to meet different people from all across the state, to reach out to them, to let them know that, we have great music making in the state, that I want them to enjoy it and to get to know who we are.